The movie begins with a catastrophe that destroyed the Earth in the year 2267. Humans are searching for another planet to move to. An organization named TSA succeeds in making a planet named Rhea habitable for humans. But only the rich migrated to that planet, as the poor could not afford it. The poor people are living in a space station outside the Earth's surface. Due to its enormous population, the space station is becoming hostile, and people are catching many diseases. We are introduced to a girl named Laura, who is a doctor by profession and is working on the spaceship. She looks after the helpless and the poor. Internally, she is hesitant to continue her job, as she is paid the minimum salary for it. She applies for a post in the TSA cargo ship to earn enough money to go to the planet Rhea. She wants to meet her sister, who is living at Rhea's. It takes a cargo ship 8 years to travel to station number 42. The crew consists of 5 people, and they are almost asleep while they are traveling. One of the ship's members does not sleep to control the ship. During the journey, Laura hears a strange noise from inside the cargo. She feels that someone is keeping an eye on her. Terrified, she rushes to awaken the captain but is stopped by a security guard named Samuel Decker. Samuel asks her to take him to the place where she heard noises. But Laura suspects her, and she rushes to awaken the captain. The captain seems sad about why he has been awakened. Accompanied by the two, the captain goes to investigate the cargo ship. They separate from one another and go in different directions to find out what the problem is. A little later, the noise of someone's crying shocks Laura. Something falls, and Laura and Samuel run toward it. They see it as none other than the captain. Suddenly, the gates of the spaceship start to close. Samuel picks the captain and runs out of it, followed by Laura. However, to their disappointment, the captain is no more. Following this tragic incident, the whole crew is awakened. A crew member named Lindbergh assumes the charge of the captain. She assigns tasks to the crew members. While doing the autopsy on the captain, Laura observes that one of his eyes is implanted. Laura and Samuel use the captain's eye to see what he saw before his death. They see a container on which is posted a placard for biohazards. The two take the captain's card and move toward the containment. To this astonishing end, they see several boxes in which humans are lying. One of the boxes is from a girl, and they take it to Laura's lab. Lindbergh is not happy with Laura's act, and she tells them to put the box back. But Laura wants to examine the girl. Unwillingly, Lindbergh gives in to Laura and Samuel and leaves the lab. Laura notices that a virtual reality chip has been installed in the girl's brain. Samuel thinks that Captain Lindbergh is hiding something from them. Laura talks to her sister via a video recording, and she tells her about the girl. She further says she wants to come to the planet Rhea. To her amazement, she receives her sister's response almost immediately. Lindbergh appears, and she accuses Samuel of waking up from sleep many times in the past 3 years. She also accuses him of killing the captain. Consequently, Samuel is locked in the sleeping chamber. Laura is also instructed to deposit the girl back at her place, though she protests keeping the girl in her lab. Laura secretly tells Yoshida, an engineer, that previously it took much time to deliver a message to Rhea, but now it is delivered almost immediately. Laura asks her if they are traveling to Station 42. Yoshida is unable to access the location. Laura returns to her lab, whereas Yoshida tries to hack the ship's log. Laura is concerned about Yoshida after noticing power fluctuations while she is enjoying a glass of wine with the boys. So she rushes to see how she is doing. Sadly, Yoshida has already passed away. When the crew hears this, they rush to spy on Samuel and find that he has fled the cryopod. The logs show that he was eliminated. The team arms themselves and starts seeking Samuel. When Laura and crew member Vespucci visit the bottom deck, they notice an open vent and assume Samuel fled via it. While Laura descends this end of the vent, Vespucci moves to the opposite side, where she discovers a hidden chamber filled with debris. Suddenly, a man attacks her, and Laura kills him during the struggle. A closer inspection reveals that this man is the terrorist Bruckner, and a box containing his possessions is visible nearby. Laura uncovers images of the resource development machine at work and learns Samuel is a member of the group. Additionally, there is an iPad with a movie demonstrating how the machine strikers are cleaning their water and producing food on Earth, proving that there is no need for them to leave the planet. They only have to attempt to maintain it. Vespucci then abruptly tells Laura that they have located Samuel, startling her. When everyone is back on the deck, Lindbergh tells the men to pound Samuel to get him to talk. According to Samuel, Rhea is a simulation, and the inhabitants of the containers serve as neural units. Because the system would collapse if people discovered that areas of Earth are once again habitable, the government lies. Samuel acknowledges that when Bruckner lost it, He murdered the commander but not Yoshida. While Lindbergh instructs Laura to finish with the child to bring her back to the cargo hold, Vespucci and Prokop carry Samuel away. Assuring her that she would take over her shift, Lindbergh desires to return to cryosleep. Laura pulls her gun when she becomes suspicious, but Lindbergh grabs it before and binds her up. According to Lindbergh, Rhea's settlement collapsed, and the simulation is only in place while they search for a new planet to terraform. Since Lindbergh will not tolerate any obstructions to her plans, she will execute Laura and Samuel under the pretext that they murdered the captain in the simulation. Vespucci and Prokop want him to learn everything. They return to grab Lindbergh and put her under cryosleep after learning that she was aware of everything all along. Prokop should link to Rhea, Vespucci advises, because a simulation is still preferable to their miserable current situation. Laura can start safely awakening the child from the unit in the medical bay. Laura agrees to Samuel's request for assistance on the condition that he also frees her sister from the simulation after apologizing for lying. The crew then develops a strategy. They will arrive at Station 42, where the simulation is maintained, and Samuel will attach Laura to the system so that she can communicate the truth to Earth. By and by, their spaceship reaches Station 42, and both Laura and Samuel are wearing spacesuits. They have 30 minutes to unload the people it has brought. After that, the spaceship will return to Earth. The girl who was in the box earlier gets up. While Laura goes to rescue the girl, Samuel moves ahead. Samuel plants an explosion in the first station and installs a timer. He then searches for Laura's sister, but to his disappointment, he sees her body has burned in the cryosleep. Samuel decides to leave her in the simulation because if he takes her out, she can die on the spot. On the other hand, Prokop and Vespucci are trying to enter the simulation, but they need Lindbergh's ID. Unknowingly, they disturb Lindbergh's cryosleep, and she wakes up. Laura and the girl go out, and they meet Samuel. He tells her about her sister and how she cannot come out of the simulation. Laura agrees to meet her sister for the last time in the simulation. Samuel gives her sister's ID, and she leaves. A little later, she finds herself on the Rhea planet. Everything seems real on the planet. She sees her sister standing outside her house in the woods. She hugs her in joy, and both seem so excited. Laura keeps the truth from her. Meanwhile, Laura remembers her mission, and she records a message for the people of Earth. She says the government has deceived the people because the Rhea planet is merely a simulation. Samuel puts his suit cells in Laura's after he sees her battery running low. Laura returns to reality, but they are now running short of time. The spaceship has started to turn back toward Earth. The shock waves push the two into space. Samuel tells her he cannot go back to the spaceship because he has put his cells in her suit. He wants Laura to protect the girl because she is the only proof they have. They separate from each other, and Samuel flows into the space. She returns to the spaceship, and the explosives have also gone off. Lindbergh has also awakened, and she attacks Laura. During the fight, Laura somehow manages to push Lindbergh out of the spaceship. Laura then takes the girl and leaves for Earth. On Earth, the people have received Laura's message. The movie ends there. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you can stay updated with our daily movie recaps.